The woman drew a line on the bed, warning her husband not to touch her that night. The man tried to get closer to her, but the woman told him to go find his ex-girlfriend. It was then that the man realized the woman was jealous. It turned out that the woman only found out after marrying him that he had an ex-fiancée. His ex-fiancée even confronted her directly, and she said the man's taste in choosing a wife had gotten worse. The woman was so angry she almost wanted to hit her, but the man stopped her. After they got home, the woman said she would sleep in a separate room from him from now on. The man grabbed her and asked if she was still upset about what happened earlier that day. However, the proud woman refused to admit it. She even deliberately said she would go to a bar and have fun with 10 male models. Upon hearing this, the man threw her onto the ground. He angrily said, "If you want to keep your distance from me so badly, then sleep on the floor." With that, he wrapped himself tightly in the blanket and lay on the bed. The woman tried to lift his blanket but couldn't, so she reluctantly went to take a shower. After the shower, the woman found that the man was sleeping on the floor. Seeing his peaceful sleeping face, she suddenly wasn't as angry anymore. The next day, the woman went to find the man's nephew to ask about the ex-fiancée. The nephew said the engagement had been broken off long ago, but he didn't know the specific reasons. Just then, the woman received a message from the ex-fiancée, saying she would reveal the man's secret. Soon, the woman arrived at the ex-fiancée's house. The ex-fiancée thought she would come with the man. The woman remembered the ex-fiancée's provocative words from the day before and immediately slapped her hard. The ex-fiancée quickly called the security to pull the woman away. She angrily called the woman crazy and said the man's true love was actually her. Then, she pulled out a check and said that if the woman was willing to divorce him, she could get $1 million. However, the woman didn't care about the check because she had unlimited access to her husband's credit cards. She told the ex-fiancé, "If my husband really loved you, you wouldn't be so desperate to get rid of me." At that moment, the man arrived after receiving the woman's message. Seeing him, the woman immediately grabbed the ex-fiancé's hand and said she would never divorce her husband. In the struggle, both women fell into the water. The man rushed over but saw the woman holding the ex-fiancé's head underwater, purposely saying she couldn't swim. The man quickly jumped in and pulled the woman out, and she kissed him in front of the ex-fiancé. After they got to shore, the ex-fiancé asked the bodyguards to confirm that the woman had pushed her into the water, but the woman suddenly pretended to faint. The man immediately warned the ex-fiancée not to show her face again, then carried the woman away. Seeing the woman's smug smile, the ex-fiancée angrily threw her shoes on the ground. Once they got home, the man told the woman to stop pretending, but she still refused to open her eyes. So, the man asked the housekeeper to bring the thickest needle in the house, and the woman immediately opened her eyes. She said she had fainted because of the near drowning. However, the man said, "Honey, did you forget that you have a diving certification?" The woman was speechless. She took out the $1 million check the ex-fiancé had given her, happily saying that she had made a profit.